Mr. Johnson, your recent announcement that you'll be making some 50 passes available to Carnival revelers during this 50th anniversary has garnered some sort of a reaction from the Wixu PSU. They're basically saying that this money, $12,500 should be used in other areas of importance in the development of the country. Your reaction?
I'm very glad to see the union be very vocal. Of course, I've been a union member of the Y2 for still a number of years, and up to today, I'm still a paying member if I look at my payslip even today as a civil servant. So I'm very elated to see that a union is now active, but you should be active consistently. So it's very disheartening to see that certain unions cherry pick what they want to champion for, especially for civil servants, because civil servants, as I consider myself one still, it's very important to have those issues championed, bigger issues than just worrying about the economic benefit of having 50 season passes giving to patrons that would be supporting Carnival, would be supporting booths in the Carnival Village. And how could I say this? Because I was a former booth holder at one point in time myself as well, where it takes an estimated $2,000 or $3,000 a minimum to invest in a booth. Make sure there is that return on your investment opportunity. So having booths supported by 50 patrons for sure that would support local events where persons have invested their money into pageantry, into the calypso competitions, into all the musical entertainment and acts, the bands, our musical ambassadors that invest their time and energy to create songs. So if I'm given away through the Ministry of TIAT, and in particular the Tourist Office, 50 passes where anyone has the opportunity to do so, then indeed the economic benefit outweighs the amount of the price tag for those tickets. So I'm glad to see the union active, and I hope they're active consistently. And if there's any other union issues that maybe I too could support them as a former unionist myself.
The 50th anniversary celebration of Carnival, it's in the governing program. This is how they want to promote the health and the well-being of the people. Excuse me. We have been celebrating Carnival for 50 years. Yes. Something to celebrate? Yes. Now you want to promote it? Yes. How? By giving 50 passes to poor and needy persons? One of our unions in the platform already addressed this as inappropriate in this moment of time. Look for another creative way to give free passes. But tell me how the 50th anniversary celebration of Carnival will bring the 94% households out of poverty. Participating in Carnival costs money. Organizing this celebration can generate money for who? For the 94% households in poverty, in need. The government has some explanation to do. And we are eagerly looking forward to the dialogue to get that understanding.
You can win with the Caribbean Lottery. You can win, making a difference, changing lives. Take a chance, and you can win with the Caribbean Lottery. You can win, you can win.
Tell them, connecting you.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
This agreement means a lot for Bonaire because it gives the opportunities to fulfill all the demands of there are at the moment on this island. Demands on the social structure, on the infrastructure, on finance, on compliance. And it's a prioritizing list of all the things that have been more or less ignored in the recent years or have been too complex to solve. And by cooperating together with the Ministry of Internal Affairs with the Openbare Lichaam, you create new capacities to solve these problems, because the easy ones have been solved already. These are the ones that are more complicated, need more endurance, full commitment of every party and all noses in the same direction. And it's a common effort, and I think that's the main conclusion of this agreement, that we speak out to each other what the priorities are, where we put our money, and under what conditions.
Question is for the Minister of Education. You mentioned that the school safety plan is currently being worked on. Is there a time frame as to when this safety plan for the various schools to address the fighting or violence issues at schools will be implemented?
Well, I'm sure, Mr. Cyrillian, that you are aware of the motion that was passed in Parliament, and that motion gives a timeline of 30 days to report on what is being done or what has been done, and 60 days in terms of presenting a report. We will follow that timeline. As I said in my opening remarks, a lot has been done, is being done. We're contacting the prosecutor's office and schools, getting their safety plans, reviewing them. They may need to be updated, and that will be reported according to the timeline that was mentioned in Parliament in the motion, and then we will proceed to working out a plan that would include the various elements that are mentioned in the motion.
You can win with the Caribbean lottery. You can win, making a difference, changing lives. Take a chance, take a chance, and you can win with the Caribbean lottery. You can win, you can win.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for? I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Windward Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Stephanie Medina, and I play football with the Walichi Women's Soccer team. I have represented St. Martin in many different games. For example, the Dutch Caribbean Women's Soccer Cup. I played against Bonaire, Aruba, and Curacao right here in this stadium. Sports matter to me because it makes me happy, it keeps me fit and healthy, and it is very fun. So I asked the business community to take on this challenge and help us rebuild our facilities. And I also asked the community to nominate the local businesses in your area and take on the challenge and step up for sport. Why? Because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sport Facebook page for more information. Hashtag sports matter. Hashtag are you in?
I would start by stating that people in poverty cannot and could not recover, were not and cannot be resilient, could not and cannot bounce back. Yes, they could help in the cleanup of the island, but that did not take them out of poverty. It did not take them much further either. It did not make them strong in the pockets so that they could fix their own homes. Do not even talk about build back better and stronger, because that is the motive or the underlying propaganda there. St. Martin strong and building back stronger and better. We have noticed that a lot of persons that are building back on their own force, they are building back the same way. The people that have gotten probably help from different organizations might be a little better off. So what are the plans to eradicate the poverty or of the more than 13,000 households in St. Martin? Which plans will take them to an income level for at least 4,000 guilders per month of $2,222 not to be in poverty. If we do an analysis of the governing program for 2018 to 2022, entitled Building a Sustainable St. Martin, and the St. Martin National Recovery and Resilience Plan, and 2 weeks from now, the Financial Recovery Plan from the Minister of Finance, we would have to see that in those plans, nothing is incorporated to at least bring the income or to take people out of poverty. Nothing is in it that would lead to that road of having people become more resilient, more stronger, and more independent. Okay? As a result of the election of February the 26th, 2018, the UD Party, United Democratic Party, and the St. Martin Christian Party, the SPCM, formed the St. Martin United Christian Democratic Coalition to embrace a new era focused on building a sustainable St. Martin that would lead to a prosperous and safe nation for all. What is the prosperous level the government has in mind for the more than 13,000 poor and needy households? If you follow, there is no clarity whatever within the press briefings on the weekly basis on this. Okay? So, we reached to a point where setting it right, putting St. Martin back on track, and getting the development that is needed for St. Martin to be able to move forward. What does we mean with that? What was the track that they are setting for the 94% poor and needy households before Irma? We are hearing about the track for the economy to be back, for the ships, the cruise ships to come back, for the airport to be relocated. But what is the track for the needy households? Okay? Would it be the same track that we are on now prior to Hurricane Irma? Would it be the track where the minimum wage is still below the level? Is it also the track where persons would go back to the same old type of practices in the labor market? For example, the short-term contracts, whereas the job is of a longer nature, the manipulating of these contracts that after a certain time people are set and related within different companies just not to have permanent employment in place? Is this the track that we are going to set? Now, I would like to continue to say, when we are talking about the 94% households in poverty, we, as the anti-poverty platform, we are looking at how to take these households out of poverty and the way that it is right. So I would mention a few points which is of very great importance to us. So, enforce a disaster and preparedness long-term management plan. Facilitate urgent homes and school repairs. Clean up landfills and coastal waters and also an island-wide cleanup. Establish waste and sewage management divisions under the umbrella of GEBE. Invest in financial reconstruction and restoring of the infrastructure. Rebuilding with emphasis on sustainability is to revive and restore with full employment and living wages to be established. Some of the things that can also be looked after as a solution is to stimulate entrepreneurship and job creation. As long as no living wage are established, this will not eradicate the poverty, but establish an economic master plan and introduce incentives for small businesses. All plans until now has produced poverty and not reduced inequality.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
1,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness.
Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2.
3.
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
We are gathered here this Sunday morning. I wish to extend a warm welcome to all our dignitaries, families, friends, and visitors, sharing with us the spirit of our St. Martin's Day celebrations. Thank you for your early morning visit to this wonderful village of French Quarter, Quartier d'Orléans. Proud to be from here. Let this day be one of love, sharing, and friendship. The difference of governance, the difference of wealth, and or development on the northern side or the southern side must never be obstacles stopping us from cultivating this uniqueness, sharing one island, being one people, and having one destiny. Let us therefore all sound our hearts and make the commitment that no matter what, nothing or no one should ever divide us. Happy, blessed, and peaceful St. Martin's Day to all. Madame la Préfète, Monsieur le Président, je sais que c'est la fête de Saint-Martin. Mais Président, je savais que vous alliez distiller un message en la circonstance. Mais au regard du travail conséquent réalisé par les archives territoriales, et surtout M. Serge Gums, pour remettre en lumière les poilus de Saint-Martin, les 137, il m'a semblé utile d'axer mon intervention ce matin sur notre contribution et le prix que Saint-Martin aussi a payé.
Left, right, left, right, left.